Welcome in, everyone, to the Inside Lane here on Sports360AZ.com, where we go inside the career and some of the life of some of the greatest drivers to hail from the state of Arizona. I'm your host, Devon Henry, and we are ready. It is Sunday. It's the beginning of all racing around the world, basically. It's the Daytona 500, and we are ready to kick off with a driver who's done pretty well there the past few years. Join us on the Inside Lane. He's a back-to-back International Kart Federation Champion, the 2004 Star Mazda Series Champion, and the 2007 ARCA Rookie of the Year, entering his 11th Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series season. Driver of the Front Row Motorsports Love's number 34 Ford Mustang from Glendale, Arizona, it's Michael McDowell. Michael, thanks for joining me, man.
Hey, thanks for having me on. That's quite the introduction.
Good, I'm glad. I got to get you pumped up. But first of all, man, it's been like freezing. I live in Glendale. I woke up this morning. It's like in the 30s. I almost got frost on the windshield. Do I need to buy a ticket to Daytona right now? How's the weather in Daytona?
Well, today it's not very nice. It's kind of cold and rainy here, actually, but it's supposed to be real nice the rest of the week.
Well, that's good to hear because we need a little bit more sunshine than we did back on last Sunday for this Sunday's Daytona 500. You're getting ready for the 500. It's your second full year with Front Row Motorsports. I want to know the biggest difference because after you left Michael Waltrip Racing, you had mostly just one car ride versus you and a few guys in the garage. What's the biggest difference now that you're on a team with now 3 cars with the addition of Matt Tifft?
Yeah, just the level of support and, just as my career has gone through the years, just getting with a team like Front Row that has the resources and has all the parts and pieces and equipment and people you need to be successful. And it's been growing and expanding the last 2 years and really the last 5 years for them. But, this being my second season with the team, we've just been able to hire some really great people in the off season, and excited to have Matt Tifft on board and to have 3 cars, to work with and to push each other. And this is a great opportunity to have 3 fast Mustangs at Daytona, and hopefully we can make a big impact.
So for the duels on Thursday, you line up next to your teammate David Reagan in the number 38. Going to tomorrow, for those of you who don't know, that's how Daytona and NASCAR sets the field. Basically, the top 2 in qualifying, they're locked in. Everyone else, they race for their position. And now you've had some exciting trips to Daytona. Last year was a top 10. Last July, you were making me jump out of my seat as you take the lead, slingshotting through everyone. You cracked the top 5 here before. You've done a lot of success at Daytona. Tomorrow's it's the real first race of the 2019 season. What's so different about Daytona when you roll in your hauler, in your motorhome, whatever, you strap into the car and you go, I know I can go out and win this thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun to know that you have a shot at it. And, over the years, like you said, this has been my best track, and I've had the most opportunity here at Daytona. And so that, coming back every year, when you drive through that tunnel, you go, this could be the one. This could be the time that you pull into victory lane. And, and the atmosphere here at Daytona is just it's so unique. It's unlike any other racetrack that we go to. Just knowing, the prestigiousness of this race and what's on the line, you can feel that when you drive through the tunnel.
And, of course, there's a lot of stuff going on, the whole speed weeks, day by day, but something that not a lot of people, I think, know about you. The guys who really do follow you know this, but you are a very religious person. You are a man of faith, and you go out and you basically host events. You do a lot of things, spreading your religion, your beliefs. Take me through the intertwining of your faith, your racing, and your family every week at the racetrack for basically 38 weeks out of the year.
Yeah, for me, it's really it's simple. I'm a race car driver. It's what I do. That's my profession, but that's not who I am. And so really the intertwining is just normal. It's just the everyday life of, just being a father and a husband. And for me, that's the priority. And so, when there's opportunities at the races to share my faith and to talk about racing, talk about my faith, talk about how God has used this, platform and the opportunities I've had through it is, it's really natural for me. It's not something that I have to think a whole lot about. And so it's been fun to, just to be able to have an impact and have a platform and, and for me, that's a very important part of it. And it's cool to see fans and to see people embrace faith, especially in our sport of NASCAR. And at the racetrack here last Sunday, we had a church service right in the middle of one of the injectors, and it was really fun just to see 700 people coming out and worshiping and having a church service right in the middle of the racetrack.
So I'm going to step back out of the infield, back onto the track, a little bit into the future. ISM Raceway, the Ticket Guardian 500, March 8th, 9th, and 10th, coming up here in just a few weeks. And last fall, you went out and you scored 16th. That was your best run at ISM Raceway. You mentioned that's definitely the best run that you've had here in your home state of Arizona, being from Glendale, Arizona. What's it like living, earlier on the west side in your life, and now every year you get to come back to the west side of Phoenix, Arizona, and being able to go out and race at a home track?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, growing up in the valley and just I was there, until I really moved to North Carolina to pursue my NASCAR career, and so to come home and see friends and family and have all that support. And then, with the racetrack, it's always been just so much support and so much fun, especially driver introductions, things like that, where they announce you're from Glendale, Arizona, the crowd goes crazy, and I don't get that a lot of places, so it's always fun to have that extra support. And it's really neat too what the track's done, and just ISM Raceway has just turned out to be such a beautiful facility and an awesome place to bring your family and to to really take in NASCAR as a sport, and the experience you get to have with the racetrack, and just the access is really neat, and really proud that that's my home track, and excited for them and continue to grow and build as they as they bring in that new facility.
$178 million they put in there. I don't know what the heck I'd do with $178 million, but it might look something like that. With all the renovations, there's a modern margarita, there's a beer garden, they moved the start-finish line, there's new fan interaction stuff, this, and that. Fans go in the garage, but out of everything you could have taken a picture of and tweeted, you tweeted on the side of the garage the names of the driver's board. I guess that might be what struck you the most out of the $178 million or something. But just take me back to your impressions the first time walking into the brand new ISM Raceway back in November, and how important is it for the sport to have these fan interactions with the drivers here for a whole weekend?
Yeah, it's kind of two parts. Is when you first walked in, it kind of felt like you were at a completely different racetrack. I almost got lost trying to find where the garages were at. But then when you get on the racetrack's the racetrack, and everything there other than moving the start-finish line really felt the same. And so just the fact of that is that they were able to take, an iconic short track on the NASCAR schedule and keep it the same, but create such an incredible fan experience is really cool. And the engagement, like you said, and to be able to have fans that can get close to the action and have access and see what goes on behind the scenes, and really important to generate that next generation of car enthusiasts that are into racing and are into cars and motorsports in general, and it's fun that we're able to do that.
All right, I don't have a lot of time up, but real quick, I want to do something called Quick Time. I got some rapid-fire questions. I want some rapid-fire answers. You ready to set Quick Time, Michael?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so you and your teammate, David Reagan, you guys are almost the exact same age. You're literally like 364 days apart or something. But what is the average age now of FRM with the addition of your youngster, Matt Tifft?
26.
26. A little bit on the young side because Matt is pretty young, but it's actually just 30. It's not that bad.
Well,
Hendrick is pretty bad. I feel bad for Jimmy. He seems like a grandpa over there now. What is your favorite car to race, regardless of track? And this does include your BMX days as a kid.
Champ car.
Champ car? Nice, man. All right, I know I'm out of time with you, so I'll cut it off right there, but can't wait to see you on Thursday. You start 12th in duel number 2. The Daytona 500 is Sunday on Fox. Ticket Guardian 500 at ISM Raceway, March 8th, 9th, and 10th. Would love to see an Arizona-born driver in victory lane at, I don't know, either of them sound good to me. How about that, Michael?
How about both?
I like that, too. How about that? Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Michael. It's a pleasure talking to you. Always love catching up with the Arizona drivers, and best of luck to you on Sunday and, of course, on Thursday.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate it too, Michael. That's Michael McDowell, driver of the Front Row Motorsports Ford Mustang number 34. This is the Inside Lane. You can check out all of our episodes. This is Arizona driver number 3 in NASCAR. You can see the Alex Bowman interview and the J.J. Yaley interview on sports360az.com. I'm Devon Henry. We'll see you next time on the Inside Lane.